Now, we have Purrely versus Ignister. Ignister, if I remember correctly on the official in-game usage, if they summon the Dark Templar, they have an 80% win rate. Let's go. Maxi preemptively in the draw phase against Purrely. So the meta used to be when Purrely was more popular, you do not max C in the draw phase. You max C in the standby phase because Purrely has to activate their quick play spells in the draw phase. I know it's annoying, but if you want to play optimal, it's max C draw in the standby phase, not draw phase because of this instance. They're going to play around Droll and Lockbird, so they're going to have to activate in the draw phase. You wait for them to activate, then you chain max C, otherwise you use it in the standby phase. And that's, of course, if you're playing around the Fenrir, but then you're playing into Gamma. Then people started using Gamma because it's a good way to counter it, and then they would make a level 8 or level 10 synchro turn 1, so then people stopped doing it. So it's just a circle of what people are doing. Purrely, look at the top 3, come to me. Purrely has a really high win rate officially in game alongside Vanquished Soul. Lily grabbing the my friend Purrely. This is when you ash. So we could have ashed, we could have ashed, we could have ashed. This is the 4th time we could ash, and now you ash. Negate the my friend Purrely. Very well done here. You have no other cards to be chain link blocking. And let's Pot of P, dig deep. Pot of P at 3 in TCG. Is this a card that could come back to 3 in Master Duel? What I don't like about it is searching for a stun floodgate off the top of your deck. That's what's toxic about it. But searching for a combo piece, if you're playing a deck like Madolche, is it really that big of a deal? Or, you know, maybe top tier decks abusing it gives too much consistency to them. We got E, Purrely, Plump. We're gonna Plump, suck up 2 cards from either player's graveyard, plus equip the Sleepy Memory onto the Plump here. Very well done. And that's gonna be our 5 materials. Now we still have a Exceed rank 1. What do we want to do there? Some people play Robin. I think Robin's kind of win more. You really don't have room for it. Princess Sprite could be the way. Yes? So we spreading it up. I do like the Leerlusk Exceed that makes it so you take no battle damage. So we're just leaving them up on the fields. Interesting. X Purrely Nord, drawing 1, 2, 3. Huh? I'm unaffected from Ash. So our +3 is now +4. I'm gonna draw 3 and you -1. Okay, thank you. Keep on drawing. We got no hand traps, but we got rid of your Ash. Chi into the Picari. We have triple spin. When do we spin? Maybe we wait for the Dark Templar. What are you thinking? What's the choke point on the spin? Even if we detach 2, we're still unaffected from activate effects. Spinning the field spell. Okay, you know, if they have another field spell, we would then spin it again, and that really does stop the onslaught of plays a little bit. Does this still summon? Target a Cyberse, negate its effects only if you do special summon, so it does stop the special summon. Okay, goodbye to the Dark Infant. Interestingly, using the X-Purrely Nord quite early, search for our Circular. Now we only have 1 spin left. Are we gonna spin Sigma or Circular? Ain't no way. We're getting rid of that Circular, special summon Sigma, and I think we're done from there. Spin the field spell, spin the Dark Infant, spin the Circular, and we're out of spins, but we're out of plays. Diameter to 1, right? When do we Gamma? When do we Gamma? We Gamma the Allenbirds. Allenbird is gonna be the Gamma. That's what I'm thinking. Negate and destroy. Yup. Negate and destroy the Allenbird. No search, and goodbye to your body on the field. Now, what do we have after that? We have I Meet You. We still have big plays. And we have Call to the Grave for the Ash. So we're playing through double disruption, and just like that, Finger the Ash playing through the Gamma. Let's do our full play. And we have the equation. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's speed this up. can target cards in your opponent's control or in their graveyard up to the number of Ritual, Fusion, Sinker, or Xyz you control and in your graveyard. Return them to the hand. So we have 1, 2. We have 2. We could spin 2 and negate 2. Let's do it. Max C preemptively. We're going to imperm negate the Singularity, which normally we use Gachiri to make it unaffected, and we were just not able to do that. The Singularity is actually going to be negated, but we still have double monster negate with the Dark Fluid. Imperm is going to be an additional negate on top of our double negate here. The Dark Fluid would have destroyed it, yeah? Negates the activation. No, it actually just negates the activation, does not destroy. Oh, sucking up the Singularity with an Anima. We are definitely going to negate. Wait, what if this is not once per turn? Couldn't we just keep doing it? You can only use this effect once per turn? Why? Let me keep on sucking. Negate. No Singularity suck for you, and just like that, 2-1 victory. Lily gets searching for the My Friend. We're on summon number 1. On 5 summons, the big rock is going to hit that field, but that will then trigger the My Friend Purrely to add up to 3 cards in the graveyard back to our hand. Field spell can then also summon from the deck or graveyard. On summon number 2, summon number 3. I think the rock play is going to be happening. As long as we do not rock over a Purrely Exceed, they do not get the effect, but there is the Purrely Exceed. And this is the 5th summon. The rock will stop the Princess Sprite from milling the top card of the deck, adding it to the hand if it's a spell or trap, so maybe we do it. Yeah, we do. Now, the My Friend Purrely is going to be adding what? We have Pretty and Sleepy from the graveyard back into our hand, and of course, they're not hard once per turn effects. We can activate them again, but we don't have any more Purrely in the deck. It's semi-limited, and Lily already activated its effect. So there was no follow-up play even after adding them. That is crazy. So just like that, the semi-limit on Purrely making the deck more susceptible to a Nibiru. Because Nibiru was not the answer to this deck. To battle we go. Goodbye to that token. Called by early onto Lily. Okay. Maybe he was afraid of... what was he afraid of? You're negated. Yeah, he was afraid of this. Exactly this. If I set called by, he summons Lily. I can't negate Lily, so let's just negate it right now. Let's go. Smart called by. My Friend, and we do not have anything for that. We have no disruption besides that Nibiru. Do we really think we're going to be still negated by the finger, by the way? By the way, summon number 2. 1, 2. And then 3 will be the Zeus. Wait, Downard, then Zeus. So we're on summon 1, 2, 3, 4 with Zeus, and we do not get Nibiru'd. Perfect. Right under the Nibiru threshold, we have 2 field wipes. And there's no pressure to wipe this field. This Nibiru does nothing. We can just wait. Uh-oh, Dark Ruler no more. We cannot chain to the Dark Ruler to wipe up the field here. Okay, and now we have the Purrely Happy Memory. In a simplified game state, it can be okay to negate the Purrely Happy Memory. Generally, turn 1, you do want to negate the My Friend Purrely, but we're on turn 4. And we knew that the Mad Lad ended on Nibiru with cards in the hand to set back row. You could deduce that they're bricked up. We can make our own Nibiru by battling into an Exceed, but we do not have a way to make an Exceed. Zeus no longer negated. But do we have a way to deal with that Nibiru? Reveal 3, randomly grab 1 of the 3 to the hand. This is the nerf in play. The Delicious Memory no longer being a 100% chance off of the My Friend Purrely to go to the hands. We're going to be recycling up to 3 Purrelys in the graveyard back in the deck using the Sleepy Memory to summon our Lily. Lily is going to be searching. Are we going to play into Nibiru again? We're on summon number 2. To our hand, our Delicious Memory, randomly grabbing that summon number 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I think we do stop here anyway. We're good, we're fine. He's not gonna get 5 materials to make the X-Purrely Nor for our 5th summon. We have 6,400 damage. We're gonna be searching for the Sleepy, oh. We can main phase 2 Nibiru. If he summons off of this, is he gonna discard and do so? Now, how does this work? If he were to have summoned the 5th summon, we go to main phase, can he make an X Purrely Nor before Nibiru? Can you say, hold up, before you exceed, I want to Nibiru? You have player priority entering main phase 2 to make the X Purrely Nor before the Nibiru if he were to have summoned the 5th monster in the battle phase. Huh? You're not even gonna summon X Purrely Nor still? Okay. I mean, it would be unaffected from the Nibiru, but sure. We're gonna suck up the opponent's graveyards here. Come to me. And we keep on drawing off of the sleepies. You could steal your opponent's sleepy memories with the plump for additional draws. Purrely Happy again. Double Ash, back-to-back Ash, negating the Purrely Happy, taking this into a game 2. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, Nibiru is now a bit better. And I think on the official in-game usage, Nibiru went up a little bit. Veiler onto the Purrely, not waiting for a Lily. I'm not sure if that is correct to do. I guess because it's a normal summon, they could have a Purrely Street to make the Lily untargetable from the Veiler. So that could have possibly been the last chance to use Effect Veiler in his mind. All right, we are now having to play under the Maxi. We know there's no Purrely Street here, so Veiler on the Lily would have been much better. But we have a Nibiru situation again. We're on summon number 3, and because we didn't randomly grab a card off the top of the deck, we may not be turning the Lily into something. No, we probably will. Yeah, we're going into Beauty. Uh-oh. This is a problem. Summon number 4. I can't believe we're getting Nibiru'd again. We're going to be milling the top card of our deck, adding the Dark Lily No More to the hand. Yeah. Damn. That's something. That is something. So I guess he was thinking he has Delicious in the hand, and he needed to add a quick play spell off the top of the deck because he needed Delicious in the grave. Lily would become Plump, and Plump could get 4 materials, and the Purrely not grabbing the 5th material off the top of the deck is why he surrendered. That 5th material, attaching it onto the Plump would have been the play. Simoon banishing a Blackwing to set up a Black Whirlwind and performing an additional normal summon to search our deck for a Blackwing smaller than the Simoon. Is Chaos Angel? No, not made with the light. Monsters we control cannot be destroyed by battle. Dissipator can destroy a monster. Unaffected from monster effects. You're gonna burn for 700 damage every time you activate a monster effect, and we can negate a card on the field. So we kind of have just 2 disruptions plus burn. We have a Private Knowledge Ash Blossom in the hand. I think we have another disruption. We have Sudri, right? We do not have the, no, not Sudri, the other one is not in the graveyard to be able to negate. We do have the Chinook. Chinook can negate quick effect. Because we have the Blackwing full armor, that's going to be able to negate a monster in the field. So we got triple disruption. Triple. Pop the Fenrir maybe could have been good with the Dissipator. We're not going to be doing that. Keep on burning. 700 per monster effect here. Ash is going to negate. That's not one of the 3 disruptions we were talking about here. We still have negate any card in the field, destroy a monster, and negate a monster on the field. Then Rear, not being chain link blocked, so we're going to... Chinook does not care about chain link blocks anyway. That would only be the Dissipator if it was able to negate, which it cannot yet. So targeting the Fenrir, reducing its attack, negate from banishing a card off the field. Now we have just Dissipator and Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, plus we're burning for 700 on every monster activation. Grabbing the Pile Arn, don't forget to burn for 700, birthing our Unicorn back onto the field here as we now make a Mecha Phantom Beast Dracosac. Do we Hot Red Dragon Archfiend negate? Yes, we do. Negate the Dracosac. Couldn't we just make a Zeus? Swing Zeus, wipe the field? Right? Besides the black full armor. We can't kill the full armor. Yup, we're Zeus in. Now Dissipator can destroy the Zeus, but it does not negate. We just have Dissipator destroy And that's it. 0 disruption left. Goodbye to the Chaos Angel. Goodbye to all the synchros except for the full armor master. Unaffected by card effects. How do we deal with this? We're now in main phase 2. Redox to our hand here. We're going to pile Armed Dragon, discard the Redox, come forth and summon. No longer burning per monster effect activation. Full armor with that token on the monster could steal the monster during the next turn. So it's very important that we do not end the turn with a token on us, with a counter. Galaxy Tomahawk main phase 2. Galaxy Tomahawk Turbo is here, summoning a token for every open spot that we have banned in the TCG. Let's go. Masquerena is here. Armagram banished from the graveyard to come forth and summon. We're going to link this off into a Sprite Elf, which could reborn a level 2 from the graveyard. Auroradon with a triple token. Summon triple token again. We're going to tribute itself plus a token to summon a Mecha Phantom Beast in the deck, now making the Excel Synchron. That's going to be triggering the Alliance to reborn a token and summon a token, and then we use the Elf to reborn the Alliance itself. Making a TG Hyper Librarian as we send a Jet Synchron from the deck to the graveyard. We're going to draw per Synchro Summon. Synchro number 1, draw 1, plus our first disruption, we have Omni Negate. 1 Negate, discard the Maxi, come forth and summon, Jet Synchron into the Cupid Pitch, draw again. But Baron to Floor is our only disruption here. Cupid Pitch is searching, Librarian is drawing. So let's get our specific search, and then our, wait, what? Was the Cupid Pitch? No, Cupid Pitch was changed the level. Cupid Pitch searches when sent to the graveyard. Correction. Now we search, and now we have double negates. Borload negate anything. Baron to Floor negate anything. But there's an unaffected Blackwing full armor. Full armor could take control of the Borload, and you can't even negate. So what do? The Borload's got the counter, right? Yeah, it doesn't really show though, right? There, okay, it keeps flipping between the two. Yeah, we're gonna take control of it. And how do we stop it? Main phase, come to me. Okay, now I got a Borload Savage Dragon, and I'm going to negate the Elf, but the Baron to Floor will negate the negate. Negate! Now, the Colossus is stating that you cannot add cards from your deck to your hand. So that should be quite protective here. Baron to Floor no longer able to negate. We do have another disruption with the Masquerena, able to link off with the unaffected full armor master. We are going to be making a goddess with it. Very well done. Incredible. Banish from the graveyard to come forth and summon our Blackwing Assault Dragon. We're at 2,600 life points here. Big enough to take out the goddess. Goddess is not protected. Now, we're just burning for 700 on every activation. What is the Vata doing in attack position here? What the heck is going on? Banish from the graveyard to reborn our Armagran. We are now down to 1,700 life. We keep on dropping, now down to 1,000. We are going to negate the Blackwing Assault. No longer will we be losing our life points. Summoning our Pile Arm Dragon, searching for another Pile Arm from the deck. Redox, banishing 2 cards, including a Maxi, to summon itself in the graveyard. Is this a Big Eye play? We Big Eye taking control. Send from the deck, but boost up the Armagram, searching for the Arm Dragon Flash, making the Doom Rider. Doom Rider is here, detaching to take out the Assault Dragon on the field, further but boosting up the Armagram to 6,800 attack. And just like that, taking control and sucking up the Vata after battle. And now we're going to Flash Dragon our Arm Dragon level 3 onto the field. What do? What is the play? Maxi in the draw phase in case you want a special summon. Setting a Maxi off the top of the deck at only 500 life points. This is it. Wipe out the Assault Dragon. Suck it up as a material into our back row. Opening up the field for lethal damage. Back to Fortnite. Damn. Heartbreaker. That was something. We have to remember, you played through a Hot Red Dragon Archfiend. They had another negate. They had the Assault Dragon. They had Chinook in the hand. Damn. Very well done. Opening it up, discarding our Tragedy. Tragedy will be searching. Got our branded fusion play here. Quem sending any branded card from the deck to the graveyard. We got branded Lost. This isn't it. You know, it's like, how do you see this line? This was a wild line. It's like, is it even worth knowing this line? This is a one of. This is a one of, and the Quem's like a 1 or 2 of. So The fact that we had this play turn 1, he's probably never done this play before because it will never come up again. Branded loss, got the branded fusion. The branded fusion cannot be negated by its activation cannot be negated, but the ash could still negate. Also, on the summon of a fusion, it will be triggering to search for a Mercurier is what I would be thinking we're searching. But we can go into Kit. Kit, Mercurier, we can go into the Albion Dragon instead. Sure, why not? Quem Reborn Cartesia from the graveyard that we sent from the deck with the Albion. We could have also sent a Lubellion from the deck to the grave. So the lines, there's 20 different lines, and he's going into line number 4. Lubellion fusing with the effect of the Albion, discarding the Albion Shrouded Dragon, and by chain fusing with the Cartesia, that's good because Lubellion's going to be spinning itself back into the deck anyway. So you may as well put it into the graveyard, get the use out of the Cartesia. Let's go. Okay, we're going to be using the Albion instead. Generally, you leave the Albion up because you send it to the graveyard with Lubellion. In this case, we didn't send Lubellion. So we're going to be returning back. Now, the thing is, the Gangrenol could have sent Saronir, which could send Lubellion, which could tribute over the Albion to then set up another branded card in the back row. That was another line. Again, there's like 20 different lines here. Gimmick Puppet. We're just hardlining into Gimmick Puppet, though. We have the Albion Sanctifier instead of making a Mirror Jade because of the Gimmick Puppet. Albion targeting the Gimmick Puppet, but we actually are having it get stopped. Ain't no way. So generally, the way to play around Called By when you have branded Lost is you have another way to fusion summon. It could be Cartesia, it could be branded in red. And when you fusion summon, on the summon of making sure your fusion summon is activated as Chain Link 1, it's very important, otherwise the Lost misses the timing. You get blanket protection onto the Albion Sanctifier, which then in response to your own fusion, you then give them the Gimmick Puppet, thus they cannot use Called By. If they use Called By early, you then chain the Albion, so it's kind of a checkmate if you have that situation, which we didn't have. We are chaining the emergency teleport, summoning from the deck here, fingering the puppet. We're not going to get that easy win. I don't think so, not against Earl GB. And the thing is about doing this line, we all end into the Gimmick Puppet, and we essentially lost to a Bestial or a Finger. That's it. Called By or one Bestial stopped our entire great turn 1 play. So was it worth it to go into this? Would there have been a better line to play around Called By and or a Bestial? We are setting up with our Brand Regained, discarding a search for a Lubellion. Lubellion's going to be searching for another Bestial from the deck. That's why a lot of people in the Duelist Cup did not even bother playing the puppet in their deck. Called By Finger, banishing the Lubellion before it tributes a monster on the field, or also in response to it activating a search, so that's even better. Negate the search and stop its summon. Chaos Space returning it back of the deck to get that draw 1. And now we have Chaos Mirage, which could steal the opponent's banished monster, summoning it onto the field. We're going to Retribution, negate that. I don't think so. Negate and destroy the Chaos Mirage Dragon. Wow. Even with Called By, just having Disruption with the Retribution was enough to win the game. Chaos Mirage, summon Alibur, and then what? Make a level 8 Synchro? Make Chaos Ruler? I think that's where we're going here. Interesting. Very well done. Puppet in the hand. We could Super Poly it into the grave. We are using Tearlament Sharon as a generic Dark level 4 plus discard from the hand plus mill 3 plus special summon. That does a lot. We're going to be using our Bestial to get banishing off of the opponent's graveyard here. Now making Chaos Space. What is this? Chaos Beast? What does this do? Target a banished light or dark monster added to your hand. Okay, adding Ringo Worm, which is special summonable because we have a Ringo Worm token. Interesting. Because we have a Synchro, we summon a token by banishing it, then add it back to the hand with that Synchro, then special summon it because of the token we summoned with the Ringo Worm. We now are not whiffing the Chaos Ruler. We almost did. Adding the Sharnga off the top of the deck here. Special summoning because we have a 2,000 attacker higher in the field, now making Dissipator, which could special summon a banished monster. Banishing a Light and Dark to reborn our Chaos Ruler. Now, the Ringo Worm token is considered to be a tuner and a non-tuner. So while it does not look like a tuner, we're making our level 10 Synchro, Baron Difflor. Baron de Fleur is here. Assault Synchron is going to be reborning the Chaos Ruler back in the field. We have not used Dissipator's effect yet. Could still special summon a banished monster back in the field. We're going to special summon the Magna Hut, searching for a Bestial during the end phase. Now, what did we accomplish here? Does the Sharnga do anything in the hand? If you control Blackwing Synchro, you can banish this card from the graveyard. We do not control Blackwing Synchro. Dissipator can only destroy a monster in response to its activation if your opponent does not have a banished card. Baron de Fleur is our other negate, plus we have double Bestials. So we kind of have just 2 Disruption plus double Bestial. It should be easily played through. Let's see. Super Poly, discarding the Gimmick Puppet, fusing the Dissipator and the Chaos Ruler to make a Borreload Furious Dragon. We had 2 Disruption, now we have just Baron de Fleur. There, oh, Fairy Tale Snow is that second hidden Disruption, hiding in the graveyard, banishing 7 cards, including a card from the hand, to get summoning and flip a card in the field face down. Baron de Fleur is going to negate the Furious Dragon, attempting to pop a card on the field. Guess he wanted to protect the Max C here. He didn't want a Max C potentially negates. I don't think he would have negated that anyway. So now we just have that Fairy Tale Snow on summon flip down. Come forth, flipping down that Serenir. This was all within the draw or standby phase, reborning our Chaos Ruler from the graveyard, not even using Fairy Tale Snow to flip because the monster was summoned on the previous turn. Otherwise, it would have just been flipped right back up. Grabbing a K. We got Branded Fusion plus the Branded Lost. Earl, I think you're done for now. I don't know how you got 0. You got nothing. I mean, you do have the Bestial. And Bestial is really good to use against Albion because it plays into a Bestial, but they have Branded Lost, which makes it illegal to use your Bestial. You would banish the Albash in the graveyard, which would really screw them up. But it's not a legal play. Thanks to the Lost. Lost Protect and add another card from the deck to the hand here. Lost is searching for our Mercurier, even with an active normal summon. We could have searched for Quem if we wanted, or Kit. This will be our monster negates. And now we got Mirror Jade, non-target monster banish, thrusting a card in the hand. Gold Sark, banish Tragedy to then grab Quem. What do you think? We Quemin? Another Mercurier. A lot of people just play one Mercurier. Mercurier into Albion Shrouded Dragon. Shrouded Dragon sending a Branded Sword from the deck to the graveyard to draw into a grass looking green. Branded Sword banishing to grab back a Fallen Albaz from the banish pile back to our hand to then on summon, discard the grass. I don't need that grass. I can't even use the grass. Fusing 3 monsters on the field to make an Alba Lenatus. Now, the funny part about this is you don't have to use Albaz effect. You could set Albaz. You could literally set it face down and contact fuse the field. You don't have to activate Albaz then fuse. But it's okay. We didn't need we win either way. Banishing off the Fairy Tale Snow, we have a Baldrake attempting to block the attack as it successfully does so. 2,500 to the face. We have Albion going in directly. Mercurier is going to be negating the final Bestial summon here. Corey Ellis, I see that message, my friend. I'm going to read that in a bit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Direct attack, 2,500. 3K for game. It just like that. First turn, going second. OTK. Very well done. Branded plays very well under Max C, has a good turn 1, a good turn 2, and that is what's making it a top tier deck. Rhyme on summon, gonna be searching our deck for a Mannadium card. We have Crossout Designate. Hopefully we have that 3rd Impermanence in our deck, mate. We do, of course. Negate. How often, because this card's like, I would say, a TCG unfriendly card. You should always know the contents of your deck list, but how often do you call a card that you don't even have in your deck because you have to declare the card correctly and then check your deck afterward? It's just stuff I think about. Obsidian come to me. Obsidian popping the Rhymeheart, searching our deck for the field spell, which will be searching for a Vsauce. And just like that, we have an Apollo USA. 2,400, giving it triple monster negate plus the hidden impermanences into the back row here. Maxi preemptively not using up a negate nor not imperming. What are we saving our negates for? Negate the circular. Now, circular sends Sigma as a cost, so we're still going to get the benefit of the Sigma in the graveyard unless we negate, which we did not. Linking this off into the Dark Infant. If this wastes the Apollo negate, that's going to be great. But do we play a third copy? We do not. So unfortunately, we could not use up that negate. Get the Cyberse Wicked plus the field spell here. And, you know, we got to deal with the Max C nonsense. We could still lethal. Easily. We can make Access Code Talker. We can make Terahertz. We have Picari activating. The Chainlink block of Picari is blocked by the Wicked. Wicked adding a Buru from the deck is going to be negated. And Imperm's going to be negating the Picari from adding a card from the deck to the hand, which would be an Ignister Spell or Trap, which would probably be a Reborn. Yeah, that's what I think so. So we do want to take out the Apollo USA, then continue our plays into main phase 2. Still having to play around in Impermanence and an Ash Blossom, so double disruption here. Get that free draw 1, and, you know, why do we want to keep on summoning under Max C? Let's just end it. But Mannadium summons a lot, so passing without good disruption, that's not going to be a good situation. Imperm on that just to stop even a single hand trap adding from the top of the deck to the hand was worth it with that Impermanence as he was about to go in. We had Ball, pop the ball, summon a ball, banish with the Bestial, Reborn Vsauce, banish the Vsauce, summon the Ashelon, pop a monster, probably 20,000 damage. Oh, hey, my friend Max C is back. And we have no way to, well, we have Droll and Lockbird, which is quite interesting because Droll will also stop us from adding cards from our deck to our hand. So what is the best play we can make without being able to add from our deck after one Max C resolves, one draw off of the Max C? We wait for a special summon, and then we Droll. This is gonna, it's like, what are you gonna Droll yourself? Like Chainlink to Droll, you don't add the field spell? Because that's what you're doing. Now, we could chain Droll to the Impermanence, which will turn off our I Meet You. I feel like we should have used this early. And we're going to turn off the ability for Circular to search, but it's going to generally just be search and equation. I don't think he plays Super Factorial. Not chaining Droll. Interesting. Just ending the turn? Huh? Okay. It's a problem. Just pass and draw on their turn, you think so? Okay, yeah, that could be a play, and that is our play. Then we're being triggered, banishing off the field. Do we have enough to lethal? Pop in the Meek will summon a Meek from the deck, level 4 tuner. And then we're going to link this off into the Lightheart. Can't add. Okay. Linking this off into Dark Charmer. Sure. Dark, steal a Dark monster from the opponent's graveyard. That is a level 8 Synchro to Excel. Start a Synchron, which will reborn a level 2 tuner from the graveyard to make our level 10 Synchro, being our Baron DeFleur. We have 4850 damage on the field here. Summoning our Scareclaw Kashtira. That is not lethal. Okay. Get smacking, and we have to deal with a single Omni Negate. Main phase 2 into the Sprite Elf. Elf cannot be used for a link. This turn, reborning the Meek. And what did we just have a negate. Just one negate we got to play through. Circular, sending Sigma as a cost, not negating the Circular summon. Reborning, not triggering Circular because we already have the equation. Alenbert is a potential negate here. Negate and destroy. You will not be searching for, you would think it's a diameter search, but Ignister really doesn't play diameter. Only a few do. Picari grabbing our Idol Reborn. We have played through the final disruption, and now we could go all in. Finally, this is the first time 2 duels into turn 3, we do not have to play through Max C. But is it too late at 550 life points? Let's go. We're going to be field spell special summoning the Achichi, adding the Hayari, which could special summon onto the field, and could also search for a Gachiri, making us unaffected. Isn't there burn damage in this deck? You burn, right? Which one burns? It's the I Meet You burns you in the end phase. End phase this turn, take 2300 damage if you didn't special summon the revealed monster. What if he dies? Did he reveal this turn? He did, right? I Meet You. If he doesn't summon Heat Soul, he loses in the end phase. Does he know that? He could kill Shirley? Okay, let's see. Come forth and summon Buaru, sending Gachiri from the deck to the graveyard. We got the Transcode Talker reborning our Cyberse Wicked into the Dark Templar. Already did not activate the Elf, so Elf could Chainlink block the Dark Templar. which he did not even attempt to do. So because it's such a small detail, but I don't think he did this on purpose. By summoning the Sprite Elf into the left extra monster zone, it stopped the Dark Templar from being able to reborn 3 monsters from the grave. That very tiny detail stopping an extra body on the field. Reborning Pakari, Hayari summoning itself onto the field, linking this all up into a Dark Fluid. Dark Fluid's gonna be large and in charge, 2,500 for each counter on it, which is 2 during the battle phase, that is. Yeah, 2,500 during the battle phase only, so it's gonna become 8,000. Access code, Talker, let's go, but boost this up. 5,300, we're gonna Sprite Elf on the Resolution, summoning our Meek. You pop the Meek, we summon a Meek from the deck. Do we have enough pops? Pop 1. Pop 2. We can negate the Meek, but then we lose 2,500 attack. Pop number 3. Meek come forth and summon, did not negate. Do we have multiple attacks on this? That's it? Wait, he's gonna lose to the burn damage. Ain't no way. And you may be thinking, why didn't he negate the Meek? If he negates, he's no longer 8,000 attack. He only is 8,000, and he's gonna summon it right now. Right? You have to Heat Soul. Okay, we're not burning for game. We remembered. A true Ignister player remembers. And the Dark Fluid having double monster negates completely unaffected from everything. Very interesting. We just have to swing over Heat Soul for game, though. Can we do it without activating monster effects? Not negating. We're holding on to our negates. Oh, boy. I don't know if we could afford to do that. Heat Soul just being in attack position here is going to completely screw us. Chaos Angel, attack over Heat Soul for game. But don't we have a Chi-Chi in the graveyard that could stop the damage? At the start of the damage step, we could destroy our Heat Soul. At the damage step, you could banish this card from the graveyard, destroy your monster. Gia, not during the tournament. And then you take no battle damage whatsoever. Obsidian, pop the Meek. There's no more balls to summon from the deck. We have Searching for a Vsauce Starfrost here. Obsidian, special summon the Starfrost from the hand onto the field. And we got Lightheart reborning from the graveyard. Come forth and link this up into the Cross Sheep, which could summon an Astral Lab, which could pop a card in the field, plus summon a monster from the graveyard. We are popping off. What are we popping? Pop. It's unaffected, bro. And you know, you're chain link blocking, so it can't be negated. So that's kind of interesting, but it's still unaffected. Yeah, and your Cross Sheep just got negated. Yeah, you messed this up. Is Cross Sheep mandatory? No, it's optional. So Cross Sheep Chainlink 1, Astrolaud Chainlink 2, you block it. This gets negated, but it doesn't get destroyed. It does reborn from the graveyard. Oh, we're linking this off into an Underworld Goddess. Goddess swing in for game, and we're going to be destroying us at the start of the damage step, stopping the lethal damage here. As we said, that was a valid play. And because we lost the attack at the start of the damage step, you don't get a replay. You enter the damage step, you lose the attack. Let's go, let's go. Underworld Goddess can negate the effect to reborn a monster from the graveyard like that. Negate. Sigma, no summon. We do have Signet Mining for another circular. Would that be good? I don't think so. We're making a link decoder. Only 2 cards left in the extra deck. We have Firewall Dragon and Firewall Singularity. We're out of juice. We have no plays. What are we gonna do? Do we have a way to shuffle our extra deck back into the extra deck? We also banished a bunch with the access code Talker. All of these cards you see on the screen here are banished. Self-inflicted lethal damage. Completely running Ignister dry. Dry of all available plays. Very well done. It would have been funnier if you didn't summon Heat Soul and Burn during the end phase, but thank you very much for the amazing match.